Everybody, Steven here. Quick video, just update on some of the shoulder stuff because I wanted to do kind of like a video series covering the process of what I go through anytime I have a dislocation or injury, depending on the severity of it. It's been 1 week since I've dislocated my shoulder. Finishing up with some post-workout cardio real quick. Did legs today, mainly sticking with lower body this week. So I did leg workout the next day after my dislocation. I ran the day after that, did mobility on, because it's Saturday, I did mobility on Tuesday. I did deadlifts on Wednesday because my shoulder felt like it could at least hold load. It wasn't anything crazy heavy or anything like that. Thursday, cardio and mobility. Friday I took off and then back at it today with legs and stretching and all of that. Doing a little bit of soft tissue on the rear delt, right, backside of my shoulder, because it's tight, trying to loosen that up. The big thing right now that's kind of causing a little bit of irritation is I'm painting a bathroom in my house. So using the brush at a high angle, I'm gonna have to raise my arm really, really high. That is kind of getting that tissue a little bit irritated. But other than that, good. I got taped up by Dr. John on Wednesday when I went to see him. He did some active release therapy on it, which really, really helped. And I'll see him about every Wednesday for the next couple weeks, just to make sure everything's working good. And about 3 or 4 weeks, I'll start jumping again and working on that next. So a week from now, if the shoulder's feeling good, I'll start into my post-rehab stuff and working on internal, external rotation, strengthening the posterior shoulder girdle, just really trying to get it functioning again. I can do light presses and stuff like that, so I can do like a push-up if I needed to, but you can feel the irritation in the shoulder. So not really trying to push that right now because it's still a little bit inflamed. Making sure that I'm getting Epsom salt baths for recovery, ice if it feels irritated in certain, I do like 3 minutes on, a couple minutes off when I do that. And then other than that, just wanted to touch real quick on a workout deal that I do. So today was cardio workout, cardio warm up with mobility, then the actual workout, which I did kind of strength and hypertrophy together. Nothing too crazy, not trying to push it. And then now doing post-workout cardio. I actually include all of my stretching during the session. So depending on what I'm doing and the style kind of dictates how I'm gonna do the stretching or the mobility or anything like that. So for instance, with the strength and hypertrophy, I'm stretching my hamstrings and my quads and my hips and my lower back, and I'm doing soft tissue work on that with the Alpha Ball, which I really, really love. I'll put a link for that in the description box. Or I'm working with the foam roller or the lacrosse ball. Anything like that, I'm doing in between those sets. For that, I consider that kind of like active rest, right? So making sure that I'm not just hanging around, I'm actually using that time to my advantage. Because a lot of times I'll see people like they're just hanging out, right? This is where it can change though, because that in between that quote unquote rest period, we want to make sure that we're doing something to our benefit, so we're taking full advantage of every minute of the workout, right? I don't want to come in here and, like I said, just kind of hang out in between. Even if it was cardiovascular based, and maybe I'm doing HIIT training, right? High intensity interval training. In between, I would still be working on a skill or something. If I do HIIT in between, if I have breathers, right? I'm really working on, can I control my breathing? Can I work on that intra-abdominal pressure, that diaphragmatic breathing? I'm working on the skill of the breath to take my heart rate from a really, really high state and then bring it back down so that I control my breathing and my breathing doesn't control me. Very, very important. You learn about that if you've ever done combatives or martial arts or anything like that. You don't want to be what they call gassed, where you can't catch your breath and then you can't think, you can't function, right? So I'm working on that if I'm doing cardiovascular, mobility and stuff that I've noticed in the warm-up, right? So when we do the warm-up, part of that is trying to figure out, oh man, my shoulders are tight, my lower back's tight, my hips tight, my calves are tight, whatever. I'll address it before I get into the bulk of my workout, but then I'll keep addressing it in between for that active rest, right? So that we're actually kind of stacking that movement now, and we're not just, like I said, hanging out, not really taking advantage of that time that we have with that. So this has been the 1 week update. Looking forward, like I said, hopefully a week out, I'll start my post-rehab stuff this next week, really doing cardio and more mobility stuff. Incorporating some deadlifts and stuff like that. Holding weight is okay as long as it's not insanely heavy, but lifting that weight, right? So I could do farmer's carries, or I can hold a kettlebell for a goblet squat, which is what I did today. I can do the deadlifts as long as they're not crazy heavy, but I'm not gonna lift anything. I'm not gonna be doing bench press or push-ups, anything overhead, obviously. Taking it easy on that front until this is calmed down. I'm not in an acute state where I can feel, oh, that's painful, right? And then letting pain be my guide. If I get in here and I start doing internal external rotation next Saturday and it hurts or it irritates the tissue, I need to rest a little bit longer. Try again in a week, right? So really feeling out the body for that, making sure that I'm not trying to get back into the swing of things too early so that I'm really just irritating the tissue more, and now I'm kind of in this chronic inflamed state, and that's not where I want to be. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully these are giving you a little bit of insight into what kind of goes on if you've had a shoulder dislocation, or if you want to know like some technique stuff in terms of if you've had an injury, what program or how you should build around that, right? And it's going to be different for everybody, and like I've mentioned in the other videos, seek professional help, right? Go to the doctor, physical therapist, chiropractor. Make sure you're not in an acute state and trying to work out whatever that area may be. At the same time, don't just give yourself the out. I hurt my shoulder, my legs are fine, running, doing cardio, doing legs, things that don't really irritate that tissue on the other end of the body, all right? So thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you like the video, and then hit the subscribe button if you want to follow along with not only this video, but all the other stuff that I talk about. Supplement reviews, post-rehab exercises, right? I have actually a couple videos on here dealing with shoulders, right? And I'll be using those exact same techniques, so I'll make sure that one of those videos is linked at the end of the video here. But the MoveNat stuff, all that other stuff that I cover, mobility drills, warm-up drills, stuff like that. If there's anything that you guys want to see too, by the way, let me know in the comment section, and then I'll make sure that I get that video out to you, all right? Thanks for watching.